Ashay, Ashay. So what I wanted to say was that you have to be you till full. It's just like when somebody calls you beautiful, or when you wake up in the risings and you say great rising, or you say grand rising, or you say good morning. That's because you feel joyful, you feel beautiful, you feel like you can conquer your day instead of being conquered by the day. Carpe diem, seize the day. And you have to be you till full, just like the word beautiful. Because if you are not being you till you are full, which is living in infinite abundance, or living in law of attraction, knowing that your blessings are on the way, are always going to be given to you no matter what is going on or what is happening in your life. If you're not being you till full, then you are living in lack. And when you are living in lack, then you will have a hole, whether it was inside of your heart or inside of anything, and you will want to fill that void with something that is toxic. It's almost like when you are in a relationship, or when you actually want to be with someone or something like that, right? But in a way, you don't have that person, or you don't have that lifestyle, so you have to fill that void, which means that instead of, like, it's like how we say cleanliness is next to godliness, and a cluttered home is a cluttered mind. So in a way, by you always, like, in a way, by you being, I don't want to say empty, but you are open to receiving new things. But when people are open to receiving new things, if they don't really know what they want, then pretty much they will fill the void inside of them, which is almost like filling a hole, filling something up that doesn't necessarily benefit them whatsoever. It's just something to put inside of a hole, because flowers is just like when you have dirt in the ground and you say you have to reciprocate. If you're not able to reciprocate, then you're not able to, plant the seed and allow the plant to grow and to blossom and flourish and things like that. So flowers cannot grow when they are planted on top of the dirt. You have to put them in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? That's just like when you go to a funeral, most people, they take flowers to a funeral, but they put them on top of the cement instead of putting them in the dirt so they can plant the seeds and so they can grow, so they can be beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's using that energy, that spiritual energy, to actually blossom or to actually create something new out of what is destroyed. You have to transfer that energy. That is why energy can never be created or destroyed. It is transferred, so everything is a replica of what was already made, or a reflection of what was already made. So by you having to be you till full, since you are beautiful, your soul is what is beautiful. Your soul is everlasting. Your soul is infinite. We are as infinite as space and as time. And as we know, time is an illusion, but what is infinite is, space. They always say that space is infinite. They always say that, space is never ending. The universe is never ending. So by us being created, or pretty much transferred from the universe to this planet, we are, our potential, our purpose, and our possibility is also infinite. You know what I'm saying? If the universe is infinite, then we are limitless, because we are. You are limitless. It's just right now our mind is putting a limit on ourselves. That's why, like, right now, when you are born, they say you are born pure, you're born destined for greatness, born able to do any and everything. But then we have these smartphones that are labeled smart because our minds have limited ourselves, when our junk DNA holds our limitations, our infinite abundance, you know what I'm saying? Our infinite amount of being whatever we choose to be. Ooh, thank you. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Like, you didn't see it, but it still happened. So it's still an infinite possibility, of what could possibly happen. Anything could happen. And not only could anything happen, but let me get this real quick. So, not only of it being an infinite possibilities, but let me make sure my glasses actually do what I want them to do, because it is a little struggle for my glasses right now. I got a big ass head, as you can, well, if you can tell, I have a nice size head, and my ear is going this way while this other ear is going that way. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I don't want to take them off, but I like it like that. I like it like that. I like it like that. So can I do this way? All right. So, all right, fuck this. Take this shit off. No more games. No more playing around. So, by us having an infinite amount of possibilities, potentials, and outcomes, or purpose, potential, and possibility, Elohim. By us being ourselves till full, we are fulfilling ourselves from the darkness to the light. So by us fulfilling ourselves from the darkness to the light, we are taking what is in the dark, what we actually have in the dark places of our minds or the dark places of our hearts and stuff like that, and we are embracing what is there instead of trying to act like it doesn't exist. Just like with the light, we are using what we see with the light or what we see someone else, the light necessarily in a way is how you see someone else. That is somebody else's reflection that you see, or that is the reflection of yourself inside of somebody else because you see the light. But really, it is darkness that creates the light, which means that by it being darkness that create the light, you are you are seeing the darkness that is inside of them, that is planted inside of them, the seed that is planted inside of the darkness of them. So you are seeing the light of that seed. The light is the soul, but the seed is everything that the soul is surrounded by, because darkness before light. It's just like the yin and the yang. You have the light with the seed of darkness, then you have the darkness with the seed of light. So by you being that, you have to be you till full. You have to be beautiful. You have to be able to possess every single part of yourself from the light and the darkness. You have to be able to know thyself from the light and the darkness. You have to be able to express thyself from the light and the darkness. You have to be able to let what is in the dark be seen, and let what is be already seen into the darkness, so that, just like how I said earlier, when you have a cluttered mind, you also have a cluttered home, because cleanliness is next to godliness. So when it comes to receiving blessings, you have to have something to give something. You have to clean something up in order for something new to come in. It's just like if you were to have a guest in your home, you would clean your house up so that when they come in, they'll be like, oh, okay, I like this, I like that, it feels great here, and stuff like that. So you are receiving more blessings because you actually cleaned something up, or you took the trash out, you know what I'm saying? There is also a form of spiritual trash, but it's actually the opposite of trash, because it's like this. Hold on, let me see. It's simple. It's like this. One man's trash is another man's treasure. So just like how you take all the darkness out, you take all your trash out when it's time to take the trash out, and just so that you could take that bag, that darkness out, and then you can fill it with more light. So your soul, your vessel, your merkaba, your body is the same way. But the thing about it being the same way is that it's not actual trash. Sometimes you have to take your actual trash out of your body, the toxic energy and the toxic people out of your body, the toxic DNA out of your vessel, and throw that away so that you can receive blessings. And then now you are receiving blessings, and not only are you receiving blessings, but in a spiritual way, you are taking your spiritual trash, your spiritual darkness out at the same time, only to receive spiritual blessings. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to be beautiful. You have to be you till full. Because if you are not being you till full, then you are living in lack. We all know that you, just like law of attraction, you are supposed to have whatever you do not have inside of yourself before you ever get it. So if you want to have that, let's say, if you want to have that business, you have to have that business inside of yourself before you get it. If you want to, let's go to something more spiritual, just business, because everybody truly should have a business, or should be possibly wanting to have the desire to have a business. But by you already being a king as a child, that means that you will grow up to be a king. By you already having that spiritual doctorness inside of you, instead of just having to go to school to become a doctor, you already have it inside of you before you actually had to go do the work to get it. Just like having a car, having anything, you have to be you till full. Be you till full. yin yang, twin flame, alpha and omega. Shay, thank you. Have a beautiful day.